Hello students. So yesterday we were discussing about the question answers of the chapter of the light and we have finished the chapter. Now today we will start with a new chapter and that is stars and the solar system. Stars. What are stars, students? So if you look into the sky, especially when it is a clear night or a clear night sky, then what you will observe? You will observe tiny shining objects or a million of tiny shining objects are there in the sky. And these tiny shining objects are what? These are the stars. Okay, what is solar system? So solar system is a system in which the planets, they used to revolve around the sun. Okay, and that system in which the sun and the planets are there, the system which includes the sun and the planet, we termed a name for it and that is solar system. So let us understand the stars and the other celestial body and finally we will move to the solar system. Stars, I told you that when you look at a clear night in the sky, then you will find a tiny shining object is there and that we used to term it as a star. Is only star is there in the sky, student? No. But the planets are there, comets are there, okay. So these are what? These are present in the sky and the object which is present in the sky, we use a term for it and that is known as the celestial bodies. Celestial bodies, students, these celestial bodies are basically present in a vast space. And this vast space where all the celestial objects, where all the celestial bodies are present, we term this as our universe. And you cannot imagine that how big the universe is because it consisting of a million of stars, consisting of a million of galaxies to students. So you can understand by that it is a very vast one, it is very big one. Okay. Now, if you see the two celestial bodies, okay, if a planet is there, star is there, so if a different celestial bodies, they are far apart from each other, and the distance between these two celestial bodies, they are very, they cannot be measured by the help of the meter or the kilometer. It means they are this much far from each other that we cannot use the SI unit or the bigger unit that we use to measure the distance between the two places. So they are very far from each other. So what kind of a quantity we use to measure the distance of these particular objects, students? So to measure the distance between the two objects or two celestial objects, we use light year instead of the kilometer or meter. Let us discuss all the things, then we will understand the light year. Tiny objects, tiny shining objects present in the sky. Present in the sky is known as stars. Okay, so these are the small tiny shining objects that are known as stars. Okay, along with the stars, a lot of the other objects are there. Other objects are also there in the sky, like moon or planets or comets. Okay. And these objects which is present in the sky is known as celestial objects. So we use the term for it. Celestial object, celestial bodies. So you see here student, these are what? These are the celestial bodies. Now, whenever the question is asked that what is the celestial bodies, you will always write that the objects which is present in the sky is known as the celestial body. Now these celestial bodies, students, they are present in a vast space, and this big space, this vast space where all the celestial bodies are there is known as universe. So we can write it. Called as universe. Now universe, it can be the bigger one, you cannot measure it. Now the another thing is the distance between the celestial bodies, they are far away from each other, so we cannot measure it by the help of the SI unit like that of the kilometer or that of the meter. No, it is not possible because all these celestial objects are very far from each other. So instead of using this kilometer or meter, we use another term for it. So instead, we use the another term for it, student, and that is known as the light year. Okay, what is the light year, student? Light year, the distance traveled by the light in a year is known as a light year. The definition is like the name only. Light year, it means the distance traveled by a light in the year is known as the light year. So we can write it that instead of that we can use light year. Of that we can use light year. What is a light year? The distance, it's an important one, the distance travelled by light in 1 year. This is known as a light year. Okay, the distance travelled by a light in 1 year is known as a light year. Now this light year will be equals to 9.46 into 10 the power 12 kilometer. This is the value of the light year. So value of the light year is 9.46 into 10 the power 12 kilometer. How does it came, student? Let us discuss that. How does this value of the light year came? So you see, So you see here student, basically if we talk about light, speed of the light. So speed of the light, that will be equals to 3 into 10 the power 5 kilometer per hour. Okay, this is the speed of the light. If we talk about the 1 year student, so in 1 year, it will be equals to 365 days into every day is having 24 hours. So 24 hour, 1 hour is having 60 minutes. So 60 minutes and 1 minute is having 60 seconds. So into 60. Right? So speed of the light is 3 to 10 the power 5 kilometer per hour. And 1 year is equals to 365 days is in the year. 1 year is equals to 365 days. 1 day is equals to 24 hour. 1 hour is equals to 60 minutes. 1 minute is equals to 60 seconds. Okay? Now, by this student, if we combine both of them, that is 1 light year. So this 1 light year will be equals to 3 into 10 the power 5 into 365 into 24 into 60 into 60. Right? This is what? This is the 1 light year, which includes all of these. 1 light, the speed of the light, 1 year, the value of the 1 year. When you multiply all these things, students, what you will get? You will get 94608 00000. It means that will be equals to 9.46 into 10 the power 12 kilometer. You can multiply and find the value. It will be the same, that is 9.46 into 10 the power 12 kilometer. Okay, so this is what? This is the distance of that of the light year. Okay, so by this students we are able to find the value of that of the light year. Now we will move to the next one, and that is about stars again. Okay. Next one is the stars. Okay. If we talk about the stars, students, so stars are what? Stars are the huge hot glowing gases which are held together by its own gravity. Okay, so these are hot gases. It means it emit its own light. They are having their own heat, or they emit its own light. Now, not only these stars, they appear very smaller, students. It is not because of their size, it is because of the distance. The distance of the earth to that of the star is very far away from each other. Okay, so due to the more distance, the stars, it appears very tiny. Now, if we talk about the stars, students, so you see all the stars are not alike to each other. It means all the stars that you see, they are not like to each other. They are not very equal. They are not alike. Okay, they all are different from each other, and this difference may be they differ from each other by the color. They differ from each other by their sizes. It means some of the stars is there which can be bigger than the other. Some of the stars is there which can be more, which can have a different type of a color than that of the other star. Now the difference in the color of the stars also depends upon the surface temperature. Okay, so if the temperature is very high, okay, if it is very high temperatures there, then it will appear yellow in color. And if it is cooler, then it will appear red or orange in color. So the star color, it varies, it depends upon the surface temperature. Now if we talk about that which star you are knowing or which is very close to the students, so you will say that is sun. So sun is that star which appears bigger and brighter because it is the nearest star to that of the earth. And that is why it is bigger also. It is yellow, bigger, brighter star. Okay, its temperature, surface temperature is also very high. Any other star is there which except that of the sun, student, which is nearest to the earth? Yes, that is Alpha Centauri. So Alpha Centauri is the second star which is close to that of the earth, which is nearest to that of the earth. And the star is there that is known as Sirius. So that Sirius star is the most shining star that you can see in the sky. Okay, so let us write all these things. Star is what, student? It is a huge sphere. Stars are the huge sphere of hot glowing gases which held together by its own gravity. By its own gravity. Okay, so stars are the huge sphere of a hot glowing gases which held together by its own gravity. Not only this, students, these stars, they emit their own light. They are having their own light, so they emit their own light. Their own light. Okay. If we talk about the size, students, so although they are very huge in size, but stars are huge in size, but since the distance between from that of the earth to that of the star is higher, so we can say that they are smaller, they appear very tiny. Okay, so stars are huge in size, but due to more distance from earth, it appears small. Okay, so due to more distance, it appears small. Now, not only this, student, we discussed that how these stars, they are not alike to each other, but they vary from each other in respect of their size, in respect of their color. So, we can write it, stars are not like to each other. Stars are not like to each other but vary from each other with respect to color and size. Okay, some are bigger than other. Some are bigger than other. Even the color of the star vary with its surface temperature. So with this surface temperature, student, the color of the stars it varies. If the more surface temperature will be there, so we can say it will appear yellow in color, and if less will be there, it appears orange in color. It varies also. Okay, so more temperature appears yellow. Less temperature appears orange. It varies, students. So I have taken a simple example that if a more temperature, it appears yellow. It can appear whitish also. It can appear orange also. It totally depends upon the type of a temperature which is there on the surface of that particular star. Now if we see, the nearest star to that of the earth is the sun. So our sun is the nearest star. The nearest star is sun. Okay, so nearest star is sun, students, and it is yellow, bigger and brighter star. Why is this so? Why it appears yellow, student, and bigger? It does not mean that sun is the only star which is present in the universe is the bigger one. No, it's really not like that. But since sun is very close to that of the earth, so we can say that the sun is the bigger one. Okay, it appears bigger and brighter. Okay, so since it is the close, so it is bigger and brighter as it is close to the earth. Okay, so that is why it appears, appears bigger, brighter and yellowish in color. If we talk about the second star which is very close to that of the earth, student, so Alpha Centauri is that star which is close to the earth. So we can write it, the Alpha Centauri. Centauri is the second nearest star to the earth. Nearest star to the earth. Nearest star to the earth. Okay, Alpha Centauri. The Alpha Centauri is the second nearest star to the earth. Not only this, student, if we talk about the brightest star that we can see in the sky is the Sirius. So we can say Sirius is the brightest star that can be seen in the sky. So you see, nearest star from the earth is the sun, bigger and brighter. The second nearest is the Alpha Centauri, and the brightest star that we can see in the sky is that of the Sirius. Okay, Sirius is the second brightest star. Now we will see the movement of the star. Okay, so let us discuss. Now if we consider that of the rotation of the stars, that how these stars they used to move, although they do not used to revolve, student, they do not used to change its position, but they used to show the rotation and its own axis. Okay. Basically, you see, student, what we used to understand by this, that if you see the the sun. So sun, it appears to rise from that of the east and set at the sunset at the west. So it seems that it started from the east and the sunset occurred from at that of the west. Okay, similarly, if you see the star also, students, so it appears that it used to rotate from the east to that of the west. But the sun or that of the star, they remain fixed at their place. They do not move. So we can understand that why it happens. If it is not moving, then why it appears that it is moving from the east to that of the west? So it is because of the rotation of the earth axis. Earth used to rotate from the west to that of the east. Thus, because earth used to rotate from that of the west to that of the east, and thus sun and the other stars, they appears to rotate from the east to that of the west. So it actually does not rotate, but it appears because of the rotation of the earth from west to east. So we can write it. The sun rises at east and set at west. Thus, it appears moving from east to west. Likewise, stars also appears moving from east to west. This is because of the rotation of the earth. Okay, so rotation of the earth is from west to east. So this rotation of the earth, which is from the west to east, and due to which the sun and that of the stars, they also appears moving from the east to that of the west. Okay, so it is because of the rotation of the earth. Now one star is there, student, which is known as a pole star. This pole star, it remains stationary. It does not rotate, although it seems, the other star seems that it is moving, it is rotating from the east to west, but this star remains stationary. Why is this so, students? Because it is present at the north pole line to the axis of the rotation of the earth. And since it is present at the north pole line axis of the rotation of the earth, that is why even the earth rotates, it remains at its same position. Pole star, that the name pole star is given because it is present at the pole. It is present at the north pole of the earth. And in Hindi, we call it as a Dhruv Tara. Okay, so we'll talk about the pole stars. So one star, which appear stationary called pole star. Since this star is present at the north pole line of the axis of the rotation of the earth. North Pole, in Hindi we call it a Dhruv Tara. Dhruv, it means the pole. Okay, so pole star which is present at the North Pole. Now you see here students, they say to remain at the same position, it does the north direction, and that is why at the earlier it was also help in giving direction to that of the sailors and the adventurers. Okay, so we can write it that the pole star is helpful for the sailors and the adventurers. And adventures. Okay, so this is what? This is about that of the pole star and that of the star. Okay students?